Welcome back to A Better Choice Homestead. My name is Kelly, and on my channel I focus on food, growing it, preparing it, and preserving it. On Tuesdays, I like to do a cook with me video where I show how to make really delicious and simple meals for your family that anybody can do. And today I'm actually going to be doing an appetizer. We are going to be making some crab rangoons, and we're going to be using the oven versus deep frying them to make them just a little healthier. I have 8 ounces of crab meat. Now this is imitation. You can certainly use real crab meat, but I had imitation in my freezer, so that is what I'm going to be using. And to that, I am going to be adding 1.5 teaspoons of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of scallions. I just chose to use some freeze-dried. Reason for that is the crab has a lot of moisture in it, so that will help hydrate these and reduce the total amount of moisture in the filling. So we're doing the freeze-dried. And then 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm using coconut aminos in place of soy sauce. And then we're going to be doing a full block of 8 ounces cream cheese. And you do want your cream cheese to be a little bit softened. It'll just be easier to mix things through. And that is it for the filling. So I'm just going to get this all incorporated together. I'm actually using a big fork to mix this to really help get that cream cheese flattened out and all the other ingredients mixed into it. I've got my oven now preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to be putting these on a baking sheet that I have covered with some parchment paper. All right, this looks great. We're ready to go. So I've got some wonton wrappers here. These are not egg roll wrappers. These are actual wonton wrappers, which are smaller than egg roll wrappers. And I'm just going to take one. They're pretty thin and delicate, so just want to make sure you use one at a time. You're going to put just a little bit of filling in the middle, right in the center. And then I have a bowl here with a little bit of water in it. And so I am just going to run my fingertip dipped with water on just the edges of the wrapper. And then I'm going to fold this. So I'm going to bring the 2 opposite corners together and pinch those closed. And then bring up the other side and add it to the pinch at the top. Bring up the other side, add it to the pinch at the top, and then I'm going to make sure that all 4 seams going down the sides are pinched together as well. So there's our first rangoon. All right, we've got 15 Rangoons put together. That's not all that I have in the bowl, so I can certainly make more of these. I can also just freeze that filling so that I have it available for another time in the future. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take some cooking spray and I'm going to spray the top of these. This is not essential to the recipe. However, it does help the Rangoons get that golden brown color in the oven. These are going to go into the 350 degree preheated oven for 15 to 18 minutes. So I will check them at the 15-minute mark and then decide from there whether or not they're ready to be pulled out. So what I have decided to do with these, with the rest of this, is cook them in the air fryer. So my microwave has an air fry function. I don't own a separate appliance. I've mentioned on some of my videos that I like multi-use tools. So if you have an air fryer, you can certainly use that. If you have the convection microwave that has the air fry function, you can certainly do that. But we're going to compare the oven baked versus the air fried method. So I'm going to go ahead and put together as many as I can that will fit on my air fryer tray. All right, we made another 12 for the air fryer, which makes a total of 28 out of that recipe. So these are going to go into the air fryer. I'm going to set it for 400 degrees and I am going to check them after 10 minutes. I am going to coat them with the same cooking spray I used on the ones in the oven. And I will bring you back as soon as both of them are done and we'll do a visual and a taste test for the difference. For the sauce, I am going to be using some Habanero Gold. This is a jelly that I made up in 2022, so it's 2 years old at this point, still good. But I had a bumper crop for peppers that year, and I preserved a lot of stuff with peppers, including tons of this jelly because it is so good. You can find the recipe for the Habanero Gold in this Ball Complete Book of Home Preservation. This is one of my favorite canning and preserving recipe books. So that's what we're going to be using. But if you don't have this or you don't like this, you can certainly use any dipping sauce of your choice. And you'll notice that I do have a ring on this jar. I have so many canning supplies, hundreds and hundreds of lids, that when I'm done canning and I wash my jar, I actually do put the ring back on and I just give it a little slight turn so it stays on there, but it is not at all holding the seal on. You don't want to store your preserved foods with the ring on, because if your seal were to fail and you had this ring cinched down, you wouldn't know that it had failed. You would think that this was still sealed and preserved, but it wouldn't be if the seal had failed. So I do have my ring on my jar, but it is not holding the ring or holding the lid at all. We are right at the 15-minute mark for the ones in the oven, so I'm going to go ahead and get those out. And turn the oven off because these are done. They are golden brown. I don't want the little tips to burn. So these are perfect. We're gonna let these cool off for a few minutes before we give the taste test. All right, we have both done. So these are the oven made and these are the air fryer made. I checked the ones in the air fryer after 10 minutes and then I went ahead and I flipped them to make sure that we could get some golden brown color and crispy on the bottom as well. And I did them flipped for an additional 2 minutes. So 400 degrees for 12 minutes total, flipping after 10. Let's get these plated up, do a side-by-side comparison, and give them a taste. All right, here are our two different types of the crab rangoons. This is the air fried, this is the oven fried. I can see on the air fried one that we had more of the bubbles happen on the papers than in the oven. It only happened on the edges in the oven. So I think they're gonna both taste delicious. And as I mentioned, I'm gonna be putting some of this Habanero Gold sauce on them that was made from the spicy peppers I grew in my garden. This jelly is absolutely amazing. All right, let's give that a taste. All right, these absolutely rival what you would buy in a restaurant. So if you are craving some crab rangoons and you don't want to spend takeout prices, give these a try at home. This is the air fried one. You can hear that crunch. The inside is beautiful. It is creamy. That little bit of scallion. It's delicious. And even with imitation crab, this is still wonderful. All right, let me try the oven fried. Gotta get my jelly on there. Also very crunchy. So whether you do them in an air fryer or in the oven, these are amazing. You don't need to deep fry your crab rangoons. Thank you so much for joining me again in my kitchen. My name is Kelly. You're at A Better Choice Homestead, and I do hope you come back and visit again soon.